The flood of campaign ads may be gone for now, but we are definitely not done with the Texas primary. The politics of Texas is now focused on the runoff election. I'm Stephen Dial. Here's your Fast Four. After being forced to a runoff, Plano Congressman Van Taylor told supporters he is removing his name from the ballot. In an email, Taylor admitted to having an extramarital affair. Taylor was already on the hot seat for voting to certify the 2020 election. He also supported a possible independent commission to investigate the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. Former Collin County Judge Keith Self will now be the Republican nominee for Texas's 3rd Congressional District. State Representative Jasmine Crockett is in a May runoff against Jane Hope Hamilton. Hamilton is a former staffer of Congressman Mark Vesey. Crockett has the support from outgoing Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson and others. Crockett says her record of service sets her apart from Hamilton. Hamilton claims she's up against what she calls dark money, saying the seat can't be bought. Crockett rebutted that by saying the source of who funded a PAC supporting her is public and no money was sent directly to her campaign. The race for Texas governor was not close in either the Democrat or Republican primary. Governor Greg Abbott easily claimed victory, running against his more conservative opponents. Former Congressman Beto O'Rourke has been critical of Abbott for the governor's handling of the winter storm and pandemic. Abbott continues to move further to the right. Most recently, he ordered state agencies to investigate what he calls child abuse cases for parents who give their transgender children gender-affirming care. The Democrats are heading to a runoff for the lieutenant governor nomination. Mike Collier will compete against North Texas State Representative Michelle Beckley. On the Republican side, current Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick easily won his party's nomination. Our Sunday conversation is on the most watched race in the state, the Republican nomination for Texas Attorney General.
He's backed by President Trump, who said Ken Paxton will never let you down.
I have a plan to fight back and protect our border.
After weeks of political ads, the runoff for Texas Attorney General is set. Incumbent Ken Paxton and Texas Land Commissioner George P. Bush.
This is going to be a fight for the soul of the Republican Party.
The sticking point for all who ran against Paxton this cycle was claiming that he is corrupt. Paxton has been under indictment since 2015 on securities fraud charges. He was also accused of bribery and abuse of office in 2020. He's denied those claims.
Clearly to the establishment, they got what they wanted. They got me in a runoff. But this is nothing new for me.
Almost monthly, Paxton files lawsuits against the Biden administration. Recently, he made national headlines for his opinion, stating that parents of transgender children are committing child abuse. Paxton also has the support of former President Donald Trump. We invited Ken Paxton to talk with us for this story. His team did not respond to our multiple requests.
Can you win this without the support of Donald Trump?
Absolutely. And there's been other pathways to victory, not only formulated in Texas, but other parts of the country. When you talk kitchen table issues that affect everyday Texans on their issues. I've received the National Border Patrol Council, the union that represents the agents that keep the watch. Brandon Judd, who leads that union, personally advises President Trump on border security, and he's with me on this race.
Paxton is no stranger to runoff elections. He says his record and the support of Trump is what makes him appealing to Texas voters.
And if you want to keep winning for Texas, and if you want to be a part of saving Texas and saving this country, we're going to have to fight the fight for the next 2.5 months, get our vote back out, unite the conservatives, and let's go win this in May.
Bush believes this comes down to personal integrity while in office and protecting the border.
This race is about corruption and whether or not, as Texans, we accept the fact that our top attorney is facing an FBI investigation. On its face, it's hypocritical to say that an indicted felon is going to head law enforcement in the state of Texas.
Runoff Election Day is Tuesday, May 24th. Early voting starts on May 16th. For all your information on any of the runoff elections in our state, head to our website, fox4news.com. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week for another edition of The Politics of Texas.